What's going on, YouTube? This is Mag Dog TV. We back with another one. It's hard to believe we are making our 2024 Colorado Buffaloes projected starters video. We are within a month away before the first football game, which is on August the 30th. But we're going to talk about all that in this video, so let's get to it.
Every other city I go, from Colorado to the Bayou I go. Y'all know the motto, get a info I know. My people know it's Mad Dog TV, let's go. To every other city, every city I go. From Colorado to the Bayou I go. Y'all know the motto, get a info I know.
So once again, as I said before, we are back with Colorado Buffalo projected starters video 2024. You guys know I did the 2023 video. Now we're doing the 2024. It's hard to believe we are definitely within a month away before the first football game. Well, a little over a month. I'm rushing it. But anyway, we're going to get straight to it with our projected starters for the 2024 season. Number one, of course, starting quarterback Shedeur Sanders. Absolutely best quarterback in the country. In 2023, he threw for 3,230 yards, 27 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He had a 63.1 quarterback rating. Absolutely phenomenal with what he was able to do with the subpar offensive line. I have higher expectations for him for the 2024 season just because we have a better O-line that can help him, be able to read through his progressions and all of those things. So I really feel like that he's going to be a lot better than he was last season. 6'2", 215 from Dallas, Texas. Absolutely cannot wait to see him on the football field. Next up we have is Michael Welch. Yes, I'm rolling the dice with this one. If he don't start the first few games, I expect him to earn that role towards the end of the season. 5'9", 205. Watched him dominating well-off media videos this offseason. 4-time first-team All-Region. In his career, he totaled 3,759 rushing yards, 47 touchdowns, 254 receiving yards, 210 return yards as well, so he also can play special teams. He's the real deal. And once again, as I said before, I know he's a true freshman battling for that spot with Dallin Hayden as far as that veteran. But when his number is called, Michael Welch is definitely going to take advantage of that. Remember, I said this right here on Mag Dog TV. Next up we have is Travis Hunter. I mean, we don't even need to give him an introduction. We know what he's capable of doing. Will be the starting wide receiver for this football team, along with the DB position as well. You guys know Coach Prime give him the option to do what he wants to do. Absolutely phenomenal wide receiver. Can play both ways, as we all know. He actually could have had better numbers than he had this past season if they would have not took that cheap shot against him in that Colorado State game. But he's definitely my number one wide receiver for the 2024 season. Anyway, let's keep the train rolling. Next up we have is Amarian Miller. Yes, I'm rolling the dice with this one as well. Definitely as a playmaker for this upcoming season. Arguably the best wide receiver on the roster when you look at what he was able to do against that USC game. Gained some momentum, but the momentum stopped. I don't know how it ended up stopping, but he had 11 receptions, 234 yards, 1 touchdown. He averaged 21.3 yards per catch. Definitely can catch the ball in traffic as well. Going to be one of the best wide receivers in the nation. My projection. Yes, I said it right here on Mag Dog TV. I have him at the number 2 wide receiver position. I'm hoping Coach Prime them give him the chance to let him rip it. If they do, he's definitely going to be the best wide receiver in the nation, in my personal opinion. Next up we have is LaJohntay Wester. Absolutely phenomenal wide receiver. Can play in the slot, outside, special teams and all of that. 108 receptions, 1,168 yards, 8 touchdowns. Definitely can do it all. I feel like he's going to play a lot in the slot. I know that you have Jimmy Horn that's also a slot wide receiver. Unsure if they're going to go 4 or 5 wide. If they do, this is why I'm giving you guys my top 5 wide receiver list. But LaJohntay Wester is definitely going to be on the football field when it's all said and done. Definitely is a phenomenal football player. My 4th wide receiver is Jimmy Horn Jr. To be honest with you guys, he barely made my top 4, specifically because of some plays that I saw last season, some games that I saw where he just wasn't around. I didn't even know if he was actually suiting up because he disappeared. But he have been working very hard this offseason, putting in a lot of work. Last season, he had 58 receptions, 567 yards, 6 touchdowns. But I put him at the 4th wide receiver because He's been playing better this offseason as far as practice goes, as well as he has great relationships with the coaches. But it's his job to lose. That's how I'm looking at it. That's how I'm looking at it. It's his job to lose. We will watch film this year. There's a lot that's coming to the channel that you guys don't want to miss, which means that we're going to be able to see everything. We're going to be watching film. We're going to be doing a lot of studying, seeing what these guys doing and what they ain't doing. But when it's all said and done, I do feel like Jimmy Horn Jr. will take advantage. He spoke about this on Reach the People Media channel about taking advantage of this upcoming opportunity. So it remains to be seen. Now, Will Shepherd is my next guy. I know he's, a little bit down the list as far as my wide receiver position go. But once again, it's because I have a lot of hopes for Amari and Miller. And I feel like they're going to have to battle it out as far as at that outside position because, Travis Hunter is going to earn whatever he wants. But I feel like Amari Miller has an edge because he's a year into the offense. He also had played in the spring as well, and Will Shepherd just coming in a little late. But he's a veteran. He's one of those guys that's definitely capable of starting, and I'm unsure if these coaches are going to go with the veteran route or are they going to give it to Amari Miller. And if we're being honest, if it's Nick Saban, he's going to give it to Amari Miller specifically because Amari Miller deserves it. Been busting his behind, grinding, and all of those things. And it will be Will Shepherd's job to earn that role for this season, but it remains to be seen. But last season, he had 47 receptions, 684 yards, 8 touchdowns. If you're looking at the numbers, he has better numbers than Amari Miller. But if I'm the coach, I'm going with Amari and Miller, and then they're going to rotate, and whoever, outdo who as far as within the season, that's who earned their job. That's how I would run it. But it remains to be seen what these former NFL coaches does for these wide receiver for the upcoming season. Now you guys are looking at Jordan Seaton. This is absolutely my favorite of all as I do these projections because this is where it matters. The offensive line. You guys been hearing this all off season. You've been seeing some of these things last year. It's about the offensive line, and I feel like we have the offensive line to make it happen. No more 52 sacks in a season. We should be able to protect the quarterback. If we do, we can go very far. If we don't protect the quarterback, I will raise hell this season. I'm telling you guys that right now, but I do feel like Jordan Seaton will lead the offensive line, although Khalil Benson been one of the ones that's been making some noise this offseason as far as the O-line. But Jordan Seaton, 5-star, number 1 ranked at that position. Very high hopes for him to get the job done. Next up, we have 6'3", 310-pound Tyler Brown, offensive lineman from Jackson, Mississippi. I had to say that because I'm from Mississippi, man, and it sounds good. This is a man that set out the whole entire season last year. You can look at the film and you can tell he's angry. He's ready to go. 3-star prospect. One of those guys I feel like is definitely going to protect Shedeur Sanders as well as you guys see on the screen. We also have Hank. I can't say his last name. I feel like he's going to be the next guy to be starting, one of the top 5 guys as far as his role goes. When you come on the film, you come on the tape, you can clearly see him being able to be versatile. He's one of those guys I feel like that has a lot of versatility to be able to help a mobile quarterback. We know Shedeur Sanders loves to run around, move outside the pocket. And so with Hank's athleticism, I feel like that's definitely going to play a key role for this upcoming season. But it remains to be seen if Coach Prime and what the coaching staff is going to go, if they're going to go with some veterans as far as the O-line, or are they going to give somebody like Hank an opportunity because of what I just mentioned. He's very versatile, can move around, and so I feel like that's definitely going to help him to be able to claim that spot as far as on the O-line. Now you're looking at Justin Mayers, who's also athletic as well. He can move around. He played a little bit defensive tackle in high school. He was 6'4", 320 from Frisco, Texas, and they had him a 4-star ranking, transfer ranking, or whatever the case is. He comes to Colorado as a graduate transfer with 1 year to play one. Played in 35 career games through 5 seasons at UTEP. Started all 12 games at left guard in 2023. Had 6 games with a pass blocking grade above 80. That's above average. And, I feel like he's definitely going to be one of the ones that's going to protect Shedeur Sanders. I'm very excited, man, as I give you guys this list and speak about these guys. I mean, the O-line is just so much better You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was so bad last season to where I was wondering what the hell was going on. What kind of players did Coach Prime have at the O-line position? Now you guys are looking at the dog, the lion. I mean, Khalil Benson. What can you say? This man right here, Khalil Benson, has changed the entire environment around Colorado. 305, 6'6". But forget all that. I mean, when you say 6'6", 305, you immediately think, okay, he's a beast. No. I'm telling you guys, it's the mentality that what stands out with Khalil Benson, along with being 6'6", 305, but it's his mindset. That is what stands out to me. You know what I'm saying? Getting in the heads of these guys, pushing these guys, whether you're on a D-line or O-line, if you're in his way, it don't matter. If you come across his path, you will know who he is. He comes to Colorado as an undergraduate transfer with 2 years, man. Drop a comment. Let me know how you guys feel about this, man. I'm very excited for the upcoming season. And if you guys like the video, definitely subscribe to the channel.